What's up guys, this is Retro Collector 101 back here with another video, and in this video I will be comparing the three PSPs that I have. So it's the 1000, the 3000, and the Go. So without further ado, why don't we jump straight into the video. So the first thing we will be talking about is why I'm actually making this video. So if you're a subscriber of my channel or checked out the previous video comparing the 3000 with the Go and the Vita, I did state that the 3000 was just more an improved version of the 1000, which I have here. That's because I didn't really have the 1000 or the 2000 at the time, and now that I have the 1000 like in my hands, I actually kind of regret what I told you guys. Like, sure, the 3000 is probably a bit better in some respect. It isn't better in every single way possible. There are a few things that I do like about the 1000 that you just don't get with the 2000 and the 3000. So I do not actually own the 2000, but when I went to the store, they did have it, and I tried it out. And when I compared it to my 3000, they were honestly quite similar. The only drawback with the 2000 is that it has ghosting. So this one also has a bit of a brighter screen, honestly, at least from personal preference, and just has a few scan lines, but they aren't that noticeable, which is why I'm not including the 2000 in this video. Anyways, why don't we start with the 1000 and compare it with the 3000, and then with the best one, we'll compare it to the Go, since the Go is a bit different from what these two handhelds have to offer. So starting with the 1000 that I have right here, it is quite comfortable. So this is something that I honestly think you do not get with the 3000. I think that it's quite ergonomic. These two back plates here are quite comfortable. They add a bit of a grip, and since it is quite a bit thicker, so I'm just gonna show you guys here. You guys may not be able to notice it that well, but once it's in your hands, you can definitely notice it. Size wise, it is the same size, so looking at it this way, it does look the same. By the way, this is the 3000, this is the 1000, and then when I switch it around to the back, you can tell that the 1000 on this side actually has more of a matte finish compared to the like plastic glossy finish on the 3000. So the reason why I think that the matte finish on the 1000 is better than the 3000 is just because number one, the 3000, since it has that glossiness, gets a lot of fingerprints on it, while this one doesn't. The other reason why I like the matte finish is it's just a bit more comfortable, so you do not like use your grip, especially while playing shooters that require you to really move your hands fast, or racing games. Now, you probably know this already, but the 3000 does have double the amount of RAM that the 1000 does have. Both have like less than a gigabyte, which is not much. I think they have like 64 megabytes. I might be wrong. So I'm just going to pop the number up here. I know that the 3000 has more than the 1000. I know it's exactly double. So I'll pop it up right here so that you guys can see the numbers for yourself. With that, the 3000 does have a better like frame rate speed, does have shorter loading times as well, which is obviously a great thing. The other thing is that the 1000 does not have a screen that is as bright. Sadly, that's definitely just one thing that you knew was going to happen, since the 1000 is quite a bit older. Now moving on to weight. The 1000 actually weighs quite a bit more than the 3000, obviously, since it's thicker, and since it probably has like more motherboard, or like a bigger battery as well, since it is the older model. So it does make sense, but surprisingly, I actually like that weight a bit more than that of the 3000. You may be like, you're kind of weird or something like that, but I'm really not. Like, once you put it in the hand, it doesn't weigh too much where it's just like weighing you down, and then you want to just rest your arms because it's killing you, but it's the right amount of weight where it doesn't feel cheap or, like a knockoff. Something that I feel like with the 3000 is once you compare it to the 1000, it feels like it's cheaply built. Not only because of the weight, but also the back. So when you open this, like here's my UMD, it's just a game that I have here. It's very fun. It's Daxter. You can tell that it doesn't really have a button to open it. You have to manually open it with your fingernails and it'll pop up, similar to the 2000. But with the 1000, it actually has a physical button. So it's right here. You can see it. Probably I'll just focus it there. It says open. Now if you just pull it, it pops open. So I honestly think that that's just a feature that's a lot sleeker and something I wish you also got with the 3000. Now, I guess that since they added that in, it would take more space, which is why this is thicker. But at the same time, why couldn't they just keep it? Like, the thickness, I guess, may be a throw off for some, but it really isn't for me. Now, all jokes aside, obviously the technology is a crap ton better on the 3000, and these days I definitely seem to think that the 3000 is easier to find, at least in my area. I just found it like everywhere because it was like a bestseller. Of course, the 1000 was as well, which is why PlayStation made the 3000, but I just feel like the 3000 is a bit more common and is a bit more cheaper these days. Now that you know a bit about the 3000, why don't I tell you guys about the PSP Go and then do a bit of a clash so you can see which handle is truly better. So why don't we first start with the overall features and designs of the outside appearance. So the triggers are out here. There's right and left. The screen is up here. It's a beautiful screen, perfectly bright. You can play it in the dark, backlit. It's not as great as the screen on the Xperia Play, but that does make sense since the Xperia Play is an actual phone. Now, it does have the sliding mechanism as well, which is quite satisfying. It sadly does not have the UMD slot at the back. Buttons are not as clicky as those on the 1000, 2000, and 3000, obviously, since it's a sliding mechanism. Now, with that, it's not as clicky, not as responsive, but it's not that bad. So it's basically membrane tactility. So if you're used to membrane, you'll be used to this. If you play the Game Boy, that's basically like playing this. So looking at the back, like I said before, they removed the UMD slot. Side, there is the power for turning it on and off. And then over here, you can see the volume controls. And over here, you can see that's the memory slot. So now, why don't we take a look at the features? So sadly, PlayStation did not create a way for you to download your UMDs onto this, which is why you had to only buy them through the PlayStation Store. Now, this is where it gets to the gray waters. So, Sony is actually closing that store. And before I start talking about that, let me just say that the software and all that stuff is basically the same. RAM is basically the same. Performance is very similar. I do like the screen on this one a bit more. Anyways, about Sony closing the store. They're closing the store for the PSP on July 2nd, meaning you will not be able to purchase games on the PSP Go anymore. That is a bit of a problem. They've already removed the PSP store from the website. So when they say they're going to remove it, I'm pretty sure they meant that they're removing it from the PS3. So that's a big downside. So if you want to get this now, you should get it now, just so that you can get those games online before it's too late. Anyways, now that you know that this is closing the online stores, there is a bit of light, a speck of light, and that is that this can actually play emulators very, very well. So the PSPs are actually very easy to jailbreak, but if you were to jailbreak one of these and play emulations on one of these handhelds, I definitely choose the PSP Go because of how portable it is and all of that. You can definitely see easy tutorials on YouTube. All you really need to do is connect it to your computer, then download software through your computer to this. So with that, and with everything you know about this handheld, why don't we compare it to the PSP 3000, and let me tell you which one you should buy. So the clear winner here is a bit different. If you want emulation, PSP Go. If you want UMDs and collection, it's the PSP 3000. So that's pretty much because of the reasons I said. If you want UMDs, this is really the only answer you have right now because they are closing the online store. And that's pretty much it. And if you want emulators, I suggest this because it's a lot smaller. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. And if you want to see more content like this, you can just click on my channel in the comment section below and see my other videos. I did post a video comparing the best PSP with the PS Vita, so you can check that out in my channel description. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye.